Greetings and salutations. My name is Tish, and welcome to the Artist Haven, where home plus art equals heart. In today's live video broadcast, it is coffee with Tish and my pal Clara. Hey, Clara.
Hello. Howdy, howdy is what I usually say, but hey, woo, that seems to be our thing.
That's kind of the Haven salute.
The Haven greeting. Yep, you're absolutely right.
So today we're going to be working on some resin techniques, and I can't figure out how to use this cup. Here we go. Well, it's like all these numbers.
Cups are pretty basic. You just pour stuff in, you know?
And I'm going, what are all these numbers? I just want ounces. What are all these numbers? What? Oh, there we go. So I haven't.
Oh my.
This morning, so you already have resin going. You already have things going. You're just
yeah.
The wind.
You know all these bazillion numbers. That's the only one I use.
Yeah, the ounces.
Yeah.
Well, and I get it. It's ratios, 2 to 1, 3 to 1, and it does all the math for you. But, dude, just give me my ounces, and I can figure it out.
Exactly.
It's just too many numbers. So, anyway, I'm a little behind this morning, so it's going to be a little bit longer of a live today because we're going to start with the mixing and everything. So that way, if anybody's new to the channel and hasn't done resin before, we can kind of go over those little simple basics to do that as well. That, and I just got Rhea off at the vet, so I'm a little frazzled, and so she's just going in for her nip and tuck. So
yeah, so we might want to avoid the whole pet chatter right now. We need to distract Miss Tish. So giggle mode activated,
Giggle mode, snort. Okay, yes. I gotta grab my coffee here. Hang on.
Oh, you know,
I had a bug in my throat coming home today. I was on the phone with Clara, and I'm like, I can't talk. It's like, I'm watching you, Wazowski.
Always watching. I can do that too.
Kieran, he's 17 now. He absolutely loved that movie. But anyway, I'm going to start this. We're going to mix up 8 ounces total, right, Clara?
8 ounces sounds good.
Okay.
Yep. I'm always one of those iffy kind of people because I usually have more than one project.
Yeah,
always
you have
going on.
You pour a gallon at a time.
Not quite that bad, but.
So part B goes in first.
Correct. And part B is just the thinner version of it. It doesn't adhere to the sides so bad. And so that means you can easily incorporate all of it in there. And, or at least that's the reason that sets well with me. But I have noticed that if I do part A first, because it's thicker, it seems like really hard to scrape it completely off the sides. And you're usually left with like a sticky residue sometimes inside your cup, even after you've peeled the resin out. And that's a good indication that you haven't mixed up your resin thoroughly. So when I do the B first, I almost always get a clean cup.
First, and then stick that off away from your work area. So if you get distracted, you remember that that's what's in your cup.
Yep. Or at least I just do an arm length away and then you're good.
Yeah, that's what mine's at. Mine's just over off camera here and off my work surface because I still have my spinner underneath there. This is just a piece of foam core with a couple of 2x4s. Holding it up.
Oh, kind of teeter-tottering kind of, huh?
It's actually pretty good, but I can, it's a little while. I have some, but it's just the 2x4 is kind of, actually, I probably could take that off of there, but it's a work in progress. I'm a work. So,
Tish, I think I've talked to you about this, that I got that baker's rack. And I have seen people go and find like used ones, like at used restaurant supplies or even just, people going out of business and such. Right. But I could see you using the tar out of it. It is handy, handy, handy. And
I have the two racks out in Studio B.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. And they're bigger than a baker's rack.
Okay.
Because baker's rack, if I remember correctly, they're 24 by 18.
That sounds about
My-
right. I'm looking at my sheet right now, and it looks about like that.
My boards from my rack are 22 by 34.
Woo! Can you take them out?
Yes, they slide in and out just like a baker's rack.
Perfect. Never mind then. You're already on top of it.
Yeah, I well, being a baker kind of helps.
That's why we figured that you could be all over this, you know?
I had a stick for my resin that I used last time that I made sure that I kept set to the side and made it all nice, and now I can't find the blooming thing. Oh well.
No.
So we're gonna stir with just a regular wood stick. We're gonna have bubbles, but that's okay. So you know what we haven't done yet? We haven't said hello to all the people.
Say hello to the peoples.
So I can't scroll right now because I am stirring. So I'm just going to start. I see Cheryl is in the chat. I see Doris and Julie. Hello, hello. And
hello, everybody.
Is here as well. So I have personally dubbed Clara the Queen of Resin. Erica is also a queen. She's just of another realm.
She's the
region.
goddess of the swipe.
Yeah, there we go. But it's funny because I have the fire sale going on Monday, and so I was watching their one that they did back in August, just to get an idea of what kind of stuff they had. Because I was there watching. I didn't say anything or do anything because that's usually how I watch ATD. I usually don't say much until recently, just because.
You're a stalker in the background, huh?
I'm an interloper. So I just wanted to, check it out and refresh my memory. And so I've decided on what I'm going to have, and I will have that video out hopefully by the end of the day today, barring any major catastrophes. Intended, because, my cat's at the vet, and hopefully everything will be fine, and I'm sure it will be, but you always worry,
True.
Baby. So, and
so we usually set up a little table or a table designated for the little items, and that seems to help out a lot, and have them kind of pre-labeled ahead of time, and some kind of start price that you're already okay with. And then when we're done with it, in other words, somebody has bought it, we put their name onto the label that we have written on there, and then have that confirmed with the emails and such like that. So that helps out because their sales go a little bit crazy.
Yeah. And I'm not going to have the one in August, they had a bajillion things on, and I'm only doing a total of maybe 50 things, and that most of it's small stuff.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't sell, it doesn't sell. But, it's just that I want to get some new product to test out, like the mix, pouring medium, and, just different things. I also want to get more kits from Erica because I want to take more resin classes. And, especially I want to do the fire one that she has going on. I saw that and I'm like, dude, I need to do this.
You had me at fire.
Right up my alley. So that's right. And then we also have the auction coming up on the 28th, and then I got to do the website stuff. So I've been, it's just like I'm a little crazy busy. But I always have time for anybody who has questions or anybody that wants to be part of Appaloosa or, anything like that. I always have time for you guys. Because you know what? Sometimes I'm so busy that I forget what day it is and what time it is, and I forget to eat. And I need someone to bring me back to reality and say, "Hey, it's Thursday, not Wednesday."
That's true.
It's funny is for the longest time that's how I could tell what day it was is because what show I was doing.
I could see that. I can definitely see that. It definitely is messing me up because the kids are home a lot, or one of them is home all the time right now because he's doing his online classes. So, we're up until late at night, and it's really got me screwed up as far as what day it is too.
And then you throw daylight savings time on there too.
Yep. And the cat didn't shift. In fact, she got worse. She wakes me up at like 5 a.m. to get fed. I'm like, are you kidding me? And she's trained me. She has started like, we have a little scratching post in the bedroom, and she'll scratch on that to begin with. It's like, oh, you're not getting up. Okay, I'll start scratching the bed then. And it's like, and it's worked. So so with daylight savings time, it shifted to like 4 o'clock or something like that. No.
Oh no.
No,
We sleep with the door closed,
till
so that way
3.
Rhea stays out.
Well, we would, except for she started tearing up the carpet. It was like, are you kidding me?
Oh, there's a blooper. I just dropped a little cup in resin. That's always
Whoops.
The daisy. It's not like they're expensive or anything, Okay, so I got little cups to mix the colors in, and I'm hoping the big sticks will fit in here.
Yeah, they'll fit in there fine. Oh, the big ones. Oh, yeah. Well, good luck.
Yeah, I've got the big size ones. Because I forgot to grab more little sticks because, I'm that way. I was just running around. I got most of it in here. I went through it all and organized it all yesterday and had all the colors together and put all my micas and pigments and stuff, the powders in one container, sorted them out in baggies by brand. So that way I knew I wanted to use this brand and that brand. So yeah, I'm fairly organized. I'm organized chaos over here.
Organized chaos, I can believe that.
I'm very, very, very much organized.
Same problem.
I don't know if it's a problem or if it's just a way of life.
Well, it is a problem when it doesn't look organized,
Yeah, there is. Okay, so I need to grab one more tile. Let me grab a couple. Oh, and that trip as well. There's an additional power cord in here, and I'm not used to that. That was the thing. Last week I burnt out my heat gun, and I found one on Amazon that I want to order. Of course, it's on back order. So, yeah. Okay, so what colors are you using?
Oh, I was just now starting to show the colors. It's perfect timing. Okay, I'm using titanium white. And then I asked Tish to pick out either an interference or a chameleon in there. So I'm using one of Erica's Too Faced, the Mother Knows Best, which is kind of, I think it's a gold red shift.
Okay.
And then I've got a Just Resin Deep Purple, which is one of my favorite colors. Super rich, deep purple. And it's got a little bit of a pearlescent shimmer. And then this is a Resin Art color. Another one of my favorites, Wild Jasmine, gorgeous color. It's kind of magenta where it teeters between pink and purple.
Okay.
And then I've got a fluorescent pink in here too.
Wow. So, the pinks today.
I did. I brought in the pinks. But I always like to throw in another color to make the pinks really sing. Otherwise, it just turns into a big pink mess.
Yeah. Okay, white. Okay, I need one more little cup.
Oops, I should have brought in extra paper cups myself. Hang on, we're going to go for a tour in the studio just a little bit here.
Bonus material.
Not that bonus. I'm just turning around, basically. I need my extra cups. So I figured we would do dirty pours since you definitely have some experience doing dirty pours with acrylic. Yeah. And you could really wrap your brain around this, but you treat it a little bit differently with resin.
Okay. All right. So I've got my little cups measured out. I'm trying to keep all this on the black so it's easy to clean up later. Okay.
On the black? How's the black make it easy to clean up?
Because this is a black tablecloth on top of a piece of foam core.
So it's the plastic you're referring to. It makes it easy to clean up. Gotcha.
Yes,
I was messing with you about the color.
No, this needing me, and I want the bigger piece.
I'm being me too. I'm being snarky.
Yeah, you're good at it. So let's do it. Now with these chameleon colors, how much? I mean, I have probably about an ounce of resin. Do I want to use like?
Let me see how much you're grabbing.
Like that much?
I cannot see a thing. Oh, let's see. Yeah, Yeah, dump that in and mix it up. If it looks like it's transparent, use the other side of the stick and measure out some more, double that. That's how I go. I want it to be at least where it doesn't look like it's transparent in the solution. I'm not worried about how it looks on the stick.
Well,
with the chameleons.
I can't see the bottom of the cup. Is
That's
that good? Okay.
Let me see your cup.
See? It's pretty. Can't see the bottom.
Yeah, I can't see the cup either.
See the cup.
Okay. Well, if you don't think it looks transparent, go for it.
Yeah, I can't see the bottom of the cup like I can with the other resin that's clear,
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's Dalmatian too, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought this would go really good with the blues that I picked out.
It is a pretty color.
Okay, so there's that, and then we're gonna put this to the side so I don't get it full of resin. And then we're gonna this is my titanium white, and then I've got steel blue, some other blue from Just Resin, and then Casting Craft red, transparent. So
those casting crafts, they're on the inexpensive side, but they hold up well. And I think those are always a great thing to keep on, in your palette kind of thing.
Well, and I bought one of those mystery boxes from Erica. Mm-hmm. And she tossed that in there, and I'm like, Ruby.
Perfect.
So, yeah. So I order my kit. I'm going to order another mystery box because I like getting the little goodies that I don't know what I'm getting. But, I think she kind of knows me. She knows I'm a lot like you. Mm-hmm. What you like. She probably,
She's really good with the mystery boxes and such.
I've got one of these big tongue depressors. Remember? So, just on the end.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's making me hungry because it looks like marshmallow fluff.
Okay, so let me see how much you got. Perfect.
Yeah.
I mixed up probably more than you did, but that's okay because I got other projects going on.
Yeah, you're gonna go nail out.
I mixed up 28 ounces this morning, so
Holy Toledo!
Oh yeah, I've already got 4 trays flood coated, and I've got another 6 ounces left to go. So just a few things. But when I get put a flood coat on, and it's like crap. I meant to do something else before I did the flood coat. Oh well. Damn.
Okay, so I'm gonna wipe off the stick and then dip it in and bring a little bit up. Eat. This is kind of like using gel colors for food coloring.
Is it?
Yeah, because gel colors, you don't want to add a lot to it because it'll change the consistency of your buttercream or your royal icing. So you just dip your stick until you get the color and keep dipping a stick until you get the color that you want.
Keep dipping your stick.
Dipping your stick.
So can you double dip?
That's what he said.
And no, don't double dip. It'll cross-contaminate. You don't want that.
Okay.
Ooh, that's pretty. That's really pretty. Ooh, I'm excited.
Now I'm second guessing myself on the pinks because I might have too much pink here.
No, go with the pink. But pink is a good color for a lot of people. I just personally don't like it because my mother forced me to wear it when I was a kid.
Yeah, mine tried to do that too. I was very much a tomboy. That dresses on me too.
I wore shorts underneath my dresses, but it was like I wanted to be dresses because I was cooler, Mm-hmm. All right. Well, don't be like that. Okay. So I'm just adding a little bit. I'm going to stick it in there and put the lid on this.
So just to talk to the people here. Okay. So what we're going to do is obviously dirty pours with the resin, but we're going to do 2 techniques. We're going to do one with just straight pouring down. The other one, we're going to do a flip cup. And we might do a bonus one where we actually play with how we do the layers in the dirty pour cup to begin with. So the first 4, we're just going to do simple layers, like, in other words, one layer white, one layer pink, that kind of thing. But the bonus one, we're going to do multiple, like, the white, the pink, the chameleon, the purple, the white, the pink, repeat it. Very thin layers. So that's the plan.
That's the plan.
I'm a
Pam.
hand talker. Can you tell?
Clara and I are cut from the same cloth. Okay, and then the red. I need another stick. I need a stick.
Stick. Here, you want to borrow mine? Ha ha ha.
Yeah. My arms aren't that long.
I love doing that to Eric. I was just like looking for stuff. Hey, you want to borrow mine? Ha ha ha.
Wow, that's soaked into the stick.
Well, I'm excited, Tish. I'm working on my t-shirts. I'm putting some of my dragons on t-shirts.
Send me a letter or an email when you get that done.
Get them up there. Yep. Get her done.
Get it done, because I want one. Well, if you get them done before my birthday, that's what people can buy me for my birthday present. We'll get one of each kind.
Ooh, when's your birthday?
December 30th.
I better get busy.
Yep, get busy, woman.
But that's far away, so that gives me too much time. I need to get on this.
You need to get on it.
Yeah.
I'm going to harass you like every 3 days.
Okay, cool. That'll be good.
Now, is red supposed to be red? It looks more pink to me.
Is it called cherry or is it called red?
It was red. Casting craft transparent resin dye, and I almost believe it was red. I'm going to try just a couple more drops.
Okay. Yeah, it's easy to drip.
Now I have like 10 drops in there.
You have 10 drops?
Yeah.
I would stop. Yeah. Because you've got such a little amount of resin in there. I don't want it to screw up the chemistry.
It looks red when I wipe it on towel.
Well, that's good.
Well, it's kind of got a raspberry.
Are we talking about like fresh wound or are we talking old wound? Yeah.
This is kind of a raspberry color to it, so I'm just going to roll with it.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay, I'm going to give this a good stir, get this out of the way, and then we can start pouring. Okay, so what's first? What's the first step after you get all your crap together? Thank you guys for being patient with me while I get my crap together.
Hi, everybody who just jumped in. I can't type right now. My hands are gooey.
Okay, so I've got my 3 colors, my white and my chameleon. What and my clear is over here. I kept it away because I didn't want to taint it. So
okay. I put my colors off to the side when I'm done mixing them and such like that. I usually put my colors in order of how I put them into the cup.
Okay.
And that way, if I do duplicate my layers, I can always go in the same pattern. Sometimes I change it up, the next pattern, but I mean, you're not stuck to anything like like stone. Do you always start with white? I always start with white.
For dirty cut pours, I just, not always white, not always. Sometimes I put the white on top.
Okay. So let's just get one of them going.
Okay.
And we'll put it to the side, and then we'll go and put a skin coat on everything.
So are we just putting a little bit of each color in this one? Just one layer?
Yeah. One layer of each color.
Okay. Let's do.
Oh, I forgot to mention. Do you have some molds handy?
Yes, I do.
Good girl. I ordered some more of those heart molds because I've been using them so much lately. And sometimes with the golds or metallic colors that you just want a little bit in, I'll kind of sprinkle it on the layer too if I don't want like a big puddle in there.
Line.
Yeah. But The chameleon, I don't do that. I just make a puddle out of it. And I'm going to end it with a white because I put a little bit of white in the beginning. So I'll put a little bit on the end. And that's just me right now. Okay. And I skipped a step, so we're going to fix that.
Uh-oh, what did we skip?
Oh, we got to do a skin coat on everything.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to do it one at a time because I move really slow.
Okay.
So I'll just put a little bit down on each one before I get to that point. Now, I got these little 1 ounce cups, and I know that 1 ounce works really, if I fill it about 3/4 of the way full with
Acrylics?
acrylics, it covers the whole thing and some. So if we're doing a skin coat, I can do about half of one of these cups, right?
Probably then. Yeah. I would assume that you would need a total of 2 ounces of resin on this, on the tiles. So what I do when I do skin coats on the little tiles is I usually dip my finger into a little cup that I'll pour some resin into just to make sure that I don't mess up my bigger cup since I do the larger ones. And then literally I'm just barely putting enough on there just to have a layer.
Okay. So, because this is about half full, and I did one of each color, but I didn't do very much of each color, apparently. I was afraid I was going to put too much.
Well,
So-
if you need to add more after we've poured it, we can still add something.
Okay. All right. So I need to like weight this side down a little bit.
Sometimes I'll do that when I pour the dirty, do the initial dirty pour, and it's like I feel like either one, it needs something else to it. I'm not happy with that, or it's I don't think I got enough on there. I'll do a puddle in a certain order. Like let's just say I drew a C with my cup, and I'll just do like in the middle area. I might have it, or go with the flow and just do a big fat stripe in there. Okay. And then that way, when I'm tilting it, it tilts with everything.
Okay.
And I'm going to go and put a skin coat on all of this.
Okay. So I got the skin coat on the first one.
Oh, okay.
Now, what are we going to do?
Well, in that case, you want to just flip your cup over?
We're going to do flip it?
Yeah, let's do flip it first, since you're waiting on me.
Flip.
And I can do that too. I think. There we go. Wonder if I put too much in my little cup. There's a downside when you get used to working with big projects and you go to little projects and you're like, I gotta think small again.
Okay, so how do we know when it's? Oh, I can actually see it. It's like a layer at the bottom of the cup.
Mm-hmm. And you just wait a little bit. It takes a little bit longer than acrylics do.
Well, that's doing that. I'm going to put a skin coat on this one.
There you go. Now you're thinking.
Ask sometimes.
All right, there's that. Greedy fingers. And I'm going to do one more. So I got my bonus one ready.
Poor Julie's having technical difficulties.
Oh, no.
Her phone keeps buffering, then she has to jump ahead and she feels like she's missing something. You don't have to worry about that, Julie. One, there's replay.
That's true.
And two, I'm slower than molasses in January in Minnesota, so you're good. You're not going to probably miss anything. It's just I like to take my time when I'm learning stuff, and but I know I need to be fast.
Molasses in January.
It does have a working time, so.
What are you using?
Art coat.
Okay.
Stone art coat. Okay, so is that ready to go?
You are ready to open it up, aren't you? Okay. So you can literally pick it up and twirl it just like you do with the acrylic pouring.
Okay.
And ready? I am going now. And yeah, I put too much resin on there. Great. I'm going to have lots of drippage. So sometimes I'll drag the cup through just to get a little extra ribbon in there too.
Yeah,
like
that's
use
what
it as a paintbrush. And this one I'm not going to have to tilt because it's going to do all the tilting for me.
So do I want to heat gun this?
Yes, very, very briefly, or even use your torch.
Okay. I'm just going to keep it going. All right. Well, you know what? It's kind of doing
Yes.
its own thing. It's just kind of doing its own thing.
And sometimes that's kind of cool too. Now I'm going to take my white and I'm going to pinch it, but I'm going to do a little line through it just to make it a little bit more interesting. Because there wasn't a whole lot of white in there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit it with the torch, but I'm going to point it that way just a little bit, just to break up my white line. And if you need to accent something, that's a good way to do that. I'm going to use that. How you doing?
I'm okay.
Are you tilting?
Yeah, it's tilting.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to do the whole little white trick here.
Okay.
Maybe. Try to.
Maybe.
Try to.
Definitely. All right, try not to get my sticky fingers in my soda.
Okay. There's that. And then I'm going to hit this with the heat gun.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Mine glows orange. I don't know if you can see that. So it's like distracting. I see orange fire.
Well, that's the heating element that's inside the heat gun. All right.
That's pretty. That actually turned out kind of pretty.
It did turn out pretty.
Yay, me! Okay, so we're going to set that over there. It's not exactly
try and do your order again the same way you did it. So that way you have kind of two matching ones as far as colors.
Well, the red just completely disappeared unless I didn't put it in there. I might not have put the red in there. I might have forgot the red.
I might try and do a little bit less of each color because I put quite a bit in there.
Okay, so I'm going to bring another tile up here just so I can...
By the way, the neon and the wild jasmine look amazing together. I have to admit, it just literally glows.
Okay, so we're going to do... We don't necessarily have to do the same order.
If you want a matching set, I would say do the same order, and that way it will have similar properties. But if you're not worried about it, then don't worry about it.
I'm not worried about it.
Okay, then. Answers that question.
This is me playing in resin. And if they turn out cool, cool.
Bonus.
If they don't, then we just embellish them and
until they do turn out cool, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Fake
I'm moving the soda away from the paper towels because they seem to grab the paper towels when I'm really messy. All right, I'm gonna go ahead. That's what my we could see here. That's what my cup looks like.
Yeah, I think I forgot to put the red in there.
I've messed around with the craft white, black, and that red, but I haven't honestly messed with any of the other colors before. But so far, all of them do really well.
Well, I have the opaque black and the opaque white, and this is a transparent
Mm-hmm.
or translucent or whatever you want to call it. And we're going to do this up high.
And you've heard Erica talking about pastes that go over or above or below for cells. This
Yeah.
is one of those that's similar to like Just Resin's Titanium White and the Color Obsession. Oh, crud. Snow White? Yes, I think so. It just popped out of my head. Oh my gosh, I've only said it like a million times.
Yeah, we're going to flip this up.
So it's very much the same kind of thing, the casting craft. There we go. We can talk now.
Oopa doopa, oopa doopa doopa.
Mhm.
Yep.
All right, flip it. You got it.
I flipped it. Okay, so this one I'm going to do the same colors, just in different order.
Okay, cool. I'll do the
Because
same
as long
thing.
as they're the same color, for me, as long as they're the same color scheme, I'll sell it as a.
They work well.
Yeah.
Yes, agreed.
You know, I don't need to have them all matchy.
So I have stalled on my goodie basket I'm going to send you because I wanted to see how this flowed for a couple times. And
Okay.
now I've got a really good idea what I'm going to do.
Well,
So.
you got auction items coming to you from me that are going to include, and then you're going to have your goodies in there too.
Ooh.
And I'll probably send that out Saturday or Monday, depending on how things go. I don't like to make commitments with too much stuff up in the air yet. So, you know, it's like I'm doing my best with what I got because we've got stuff going on in the personal life, you know.
Yep.
And then business stuff. And it's just like I have all these good intentions, but what is it? The road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Sometimes. You are not required, by the way, to send me a basket because I got like a boatload of stuff.
Oh no, you are gonna get. Trust me, you're gonna get, and it's gonna be just a bunch of cool little things that you might not have thought about, or you know, just you know, different things. So I really love it. I'm gonna go broke buying all these chameleon colors.
Oh, I know they're gorgeous. Am I
like,
off camera? I'm off camera a little bit.
I'm trying to see. My light is like right in the way of me seeing anything.
See, I did a video yesterday where I'm pretty much wrapped around my tripod. So I could get in nice and close and tight because I'm working on a small project and I'm like, oh, bumping the tripod left and right. I'm like, sorry.
I should have cut these sticks in half. Oh well. Now I know for next time.
All right. I got my 2 cups ready.
Erica gets those rags at. Because it's not that I like them for resin. It's I have an idea for another project, and that's exactly what I need. The
really? I've got an extra pack. I'll send it to you.
Cool.
Because I thought I would use them, and I found that one pack I opened it up. It was like, not so much. I rather paper towels. I don't know. It's just a personal preference.
Well,
right,
it's
I'm gonna flip my cup or do my cup thing here.
Yeah, I've got 2 going now. I got that one I just flipped, and then this one I'm going to pull off right now. So I'm trying to multitask. Oh, wow.
This one's a lot more on the pink side.
This one is a lot. Wow.
It's a lot. Wow. I want to
see.
Oh, pretty. Look at that. It's going all the way to the edge here.
Tip those up there. But this time I'm going to do the white embellishment before I tip it. So it moves with it. Because I know exactly where I want to put this white. And it probably won't go where I want it. But we're going to make it. I keep wanting to wipe my hands on my shirt, and I'm like, no, you can't do that. So now I gotta go get. Next time we do this, I'm gonna have my apron.
Now remember, if it starts smoking, get the heat off of it immediately.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna bring in this little stick.
Mine started smoking. That's why I brought it up. I was like, oh yeah.
Let's remind Tish that to do not what we do.
Well, this turned out pretty cool. I may have to do this on a bigger scale.
Yay, inspiration. All right, now let's hit this with the heat gun a little bit. Well, I guess I could use the torch because I'll just wipe my hands off really quick. I didn't bring my other little torch in because that thing's a maintenance monster.
Uh-huh.
Like every time I use it, before I use it, I have to fill it with fuel, even though I just filled it with fuel.
Yeah.
And then I have to start it up a couple of times with a lighter because the flint thingy piece doesn't want to work in it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna tip it this way. Yeah, the other one I forgot to put the red in because the red is just absolutely stunning.
You got some nice purple blends going on too.
Yeah, purple, pink.
Nice. All right. I think what I'm going to do here is shift some of these to the back.
It's very pastel.
Yes.
I didn't add enough color is what I'm figuring. But it's very pretty. It's very shimmery.
Well, that's good. Got some shimmer goodness in it.
So that's what I'm going to leave it at. Very
All right.
pastel.
So when I pour directly onto the canvas with a dirty pour, I usually pour slow and steady. So
Okay.
that's why I do my simple shapes of like, the S's and the circles or a C or something like that, just to get it on there, but not worrying about it's like the more you manipulate a dirty pour with resin, the faster it gets to mud.
Right.
So like tree rings, I have yet to figure out how to do a nice tree ring. Now I've figured out how to do it in a mold, ironically, but for some reason on a canvas, not so much yet. So because just even the process of them coming out of the cup is enough to blend it. Oh, you are on to the third one.
Yeah, I did. I did the same colors, but I did a reverse order. Like I did the white on the bottom on this one.
Oh, okay. I started mine with a dark one, so I did a little different. All right, so I'm going to get in super close and just, I did put in other colors, I promise.
You know what? I'm just going to let this one kind of do its thing because that's pretty the way it is. I know you're pouring. You can't see, can you?
Nope. I do have you up on my laptop so that I can see, but it's a delayed thing.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I got to stand up and look. I got to grab white on that. That's like a totally different animal right there. I think this time, let's see, do I want to do? Yeah, I'm still going to do a white.
Yeah, that turned out really pretty, and it's just kind of flowing the way it wants to flow. I like it. Okay, so we're going to set this one down over here. And then I'm going to do an actual pour, dirty pour. I need to get a new rag, so don't mind me as I make a bunch of noise. Because they all come, my rags come in a box and it's awesome. I just changed my gloves because it's getting kind of.
You can get any dark in this one.
Okay, got a new rag. All right, so. Whoa, dude. Let's do this one first.
Dude.
Do. All right, so let's pour the cup. Now, when you're just doing a regular pour.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Slow and steady, simple shape.
Okay.
And just try to get most of your cup out. Oops. Not a big oops, just a little oops. That works.
And I want to put like a plug coat on, or a base coat.
Slide coat, base coat, what?
I want to put that on before I do the pour, right?
Skin coat, yeah.
Yeah.
I just need you to talk a little bit more so I can figure out what you were talking about.
Okay, I don't even know what I was talking about. I just kind of, I fake it till you make it, right?
You'll get it out eventually.
Eventually, yeah. Okay, so let's do the flood coat on this.
This turned out totally different. That's wild. Now I'm just putting my cups into each other as far as putting them together, and I can pour them into molds later.
I just flipped them up on top of another tile, and I figured I could pour around and into and just see what happens.
That'll work.
Just kind of experimenting.
There's so much on my table. Or on my tray, I should say.
Okay, so slow and steady wins the race, right?
Uh-huh.
And I'm just going to pour it right in the middle.
If you want to, or just slightly off in the middle, but cover the middle area rather well.
Okay.
So you do a nice big puddle, basically. That's what you want to look for. You gonna try a tree ring?
I'm just pouring it really close.
I wonder if I can keep wanting to try a tree ring and see if I can get it to succeed. All right.
Kind of got it. How's that?
Hey, there you go.
Isn't that irony? I can't do a tree ring pour in the
acrylics?
But I can.
There is some irony there, that is for sure.
Back.
Hey, everybody who's been showing up and I haven't seen you.
Well, Gina Bean is here. Brenda's here. Hello, Brenda. Good to see you, my friend. Okay, I'm just going to leave that like that. I'm happy with it.
Okay.
I'm not going to fuck with it. And can you see?
Put a little bit more in the screen. I see a corner of it. Ooh. Yes. Now it might soften up after a little bit. So while it's in the curing process. So I'll be real curious to see if that holds up.
We'll see.
Because that's been the clearest one I've seen yet. Good job. All right. Now I'm going to do my cup where I fill it up with multiple layers.
Okay.
Like a lot of thin layers just to show the difference. Let's see.
That's kind of what I was doing on these other ones. These two here, they were very thin layers. So I'm going to do another kind of more chunky flip cup. Just to see what the different results are.
Ah, yes.
Uh-oh.
My internet went wonky.
Uh-oh. No.
What happened?
No wonky internet. That's not allowed.
It's country life.
You know, I live like 3 or 4 miles from town.
Uh-huh.
Maybe 2 miles. I don't even know. It's like 10 minutes to get to the main part of town. I'm from Minnesota. We don't measure in miles. We measure in minutes.
Hey, in Houston, we kind of did the same thing too, just because the miles were kind of irrelevant because everything took forever to get to everywhere because all traffic.
Yeah,
it's about 30 minutes away, which is basically 5 miles. You know.
Yeah. Let's see. I want to do this first.
I'm gonna try and do 3 layers just for grins. See what happens. That is literally a little bit of everything. So I figured next time we do this, we're going to play with heat gun and torch and show you some techniques that you can do with each one of them and manipulating.
Okay.
So we're going to go a little bit more advanced. Can you handle it?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right. I think I'm going to pour this slow.
I'm wondering if for the tree ring pour, because just resin, the diamond coat or whatever it's called, I'm wondering if that would work better for the tree ring pour because it's a little bit thicker.
Maybe.
Because I got some of the part of the kit that Erica sent me that I got from Erica, and then I got and then I ordered some just straight out right because I wanted to play around with it, you know.
Yeah.
Because I've tried this. Well, I've tried the 2 stone coat, the countertop and the art coat, and tried them both. I tried a KS resin one, which is okay. And then obviously the cheap ones from like Walmart and whatever. But I'm gonna try and do that again, that tree ring pour again. I'm gonna try. I was gonna do a flip cut, but I'm intrigued now.
All right. You there?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, I was concentrating.
No, that's fine. I just was working. It's like got super quiet. It's like, please, internet, please behave.
No, I'm still here. All right, we gotta tip this up before it all comes off. Okay, because the other one is kind of softening. You can see the lines. I kind of did another one where I kind of gapped them out a little bit more.
Okay. Are you saying made bigger rings when you were pouring it?
Well, I made it the gap between the rings a little bit bigger.
Okay, I'm understanding.
Do you kind of, can you see?
Yeah, that looks really cool.
So I made the gap a little bit bigger, so if it does soften up, which it will, I actually kind of like that.
I kind of like that too. I like it when it shows a lot of depth in there. That's the thing that I like about resin a lot.
Yeah.
It's like, how many layers are there actually? And
I need to prop this up a little bit because otherwise I want to have resin all over myself. There we go. You stay on the table, Mr. Resin Thingamabob. Okay. With my hands. Actually, I'm just going to change my gloves. I think things are, yeah, goopy.
That's actually not a bad idea. My hands are like, yes, please.
These are the ones I commandeered from when I used to work at my other job. So,
all right, I'm going to bring you in for a close up.
Okay.
Let's see. Get the cord out of the way so I don't put the cord in the resin.
Oh, those, see, now that's cool. Mine look really, see, I think I just didn't add enough color to mine. That's what I think my arrow was.
So that was my pour, and then this was my flip. Now I find I get bigger cell, like really complex cells when I do flip cups. Like both of these have that. But when I pour it, I seem to get really good blends.
Yeah. See,
that seems to be the difference.
I think my problem is that I didn't add enough color to mine. I need to add more color. I need to be a little bit more heavy-handed with the color.
And then this guy here is the multiple layers.
Okay.
You can really see it right in this zone. This zone just went all pink.
Okay. It's really pretty though. And someone who loves those colors is going to be all over those babies.
It's definitely pink.
Where's Tina Pooh when we need her? Those are cool. See now, so next time, which will not, next week we're going to just dive right into like doing some Dutch pours, I think, because I think that's your want and your desire.
Where I eventually want to get to.
We did a thing on consistency, and that's going to be our key, you know, consistency, and that's what we're always going to roll back to with acrylic pouring is consistency. And then it's just technique. You know, everything is technique. Practice, practice, practice. You know, yeah, you have a lucky strike every once in a while, but you know, you still need to practice. Right. But you know, Michael Jordan didn't pick up a basketball and become a superstar overnight. So.
Yeah, he did the hard work. It's like practice, practice, practice. Yep.
Years and years and years. So, so next week is going to be acrylic pouring, and then next week after that will be resin. Thanksgiving, we are going to take a pause. I'm taking the day off just to spend time with Michael and family.
It should be about family on Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Guess what? We're going to do something. Okay, so my mom and dad, we haven't hugged in like forever. And I usually do. I'm the big cook for Thanksgiving, and then mama come over and help me chop stuff. That's not possible, especially because of her stroke, and knife is a problem, but also, you know, them in their bubble. We're going to FaceTime them throughout Thanksgiving dinner, and the kids are going to run dinner over there.
Very cool.
I'm excited. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
That's awesome. It's good that you figured out a way to not be so distant from your family during the holiday, you know?
Yeah, she was getting pretty sad about that. And I was like, I got to figure out something. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so this one I didn't have, the work surface isn't level, but you can still see I've got the lines in there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really soft and pretty.
But it all just
out to the one side. So, yeah. So I'm just going to turn it around here and be like that. And then I got this one that kind of has the fork in the road. And they're all really soft and pretty. I mean, very pastel-y, not bright like Clara. I got to be more bold with my colors. I'm afraid I'm going to add too much and that's going to fudge everything up.
Well, didn't add too much, and it's kind of like, well, like you know about the mixing of acrylics, you got to make the mistakes in order to figure it out, right?
Right, yeah.
And you'll know when you get too much because it'll seize up in your cup, and then you got a hockey puck in there, and you're like, what's this big thick thing? That means you shifted the chemistry.
I think that's why I'm afraid, because I've already done that twice. So it's like I got to find that happy medium.
Yep.
All right, Clara, and all of you out there in chat and all of you watching the replay, thank you for joining us today. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you. Stay tuned for Thursday mornings at 9:30 Central Time. Every Thursday except for Thanksgiving Day this month. We're going to be doing either resin or acrylic pouring, and we're going to bring it back to basics. We're going to break it down. If you have questions, please feel free to ask them. We appreciate you coming and spending your time with us. Thank you so much for being here. Remember, be kind to one another. Peace, love, and happiness.
There you go.
If I can find my mouse. Here we go.